Hello everyone, I just finished the wiring on the dashboard of my 1/8 scale Back to the Future DeLorean, and I'm making this video to show a few tips with you, and I would also like to discuss the order of the wiring so that you can get it as accurate as possible, like I was able to do in my model. So let's start with it. So the first wiring bundle that you'll need to install is, like I've already said in my previous video, is um, the console wiring, the wire that comes from the rear, from the bulkhead, and goes along the central console. Then this wire goes um, it goes to the right below the time circuits, and then it goes up. Then it goes around the gloves compartment, and it goes down again until it disappears below the dashboard. So I'm trying to catch it on the video. Yes, it's I put it on the left side of this aluminum pipe. So that's the first wire. Then what you will need to install as a second bundle is the wires that come from this dashboard wire terminal, and the second one goes, this one comes from the left side, goes down, and it also disappears. It's this one, it disappears below the dashboard. And the ones that come from the right side of the wires terminal, they go down on the other side, and they are tied together with the hose and wires that come from the console. So those are the first ones to do. Then the next one that I did was the, let me turn it a little bit. So the next one to do is what I did was the wires from the Rowan contactors, and this is a little bit difficult. What I used was an insulation from a yellow bigger wire, and I removed the conductor inside of it, and then I've inserted the wires into it to make it look accurate. Let me see. Then what you will need to do is to get the binnacle shroud. That one starts below the dashboard there. It goes up here. It goes around the binnacle, and then it the hoses and the wires, they come out here, and they are getting bundled together with the wires that come from on this side, that they come from the Rowan contactors, and they go down and they go again below the dashboard. Don't forget the gray wire that comes from the speedometer. This one goes down, and it goes actually here in front of the front of the radio. It comes against the Rowans. I hope that you can see it there in between, and then it comes out somewhere here in between, and it goes down, and then it goes to the rear of the passenger seat. Okay, so we've got those wires. Then what we also have are the wires coming from the black boxes. Those on the left side, we have first the wires that come from the most right black box here. They go on top of the binnacle hose, and then they go down and onto the dashboard, and on top of them come the wires that come from the left black box. Then my advice would be to for the most right black box, to not cut the wires, but to put them below the black box and to let them come out on the bottom of the black box and let them continue here. That's what I did. And I've also added a black wire to be accurate with the original A-car. And these wires, they go, let's see if I can show it, they go here below and they disappear under the dashboard. You can see that bundle here. Then what you also see here are the wires that come from the left side of the Rowan contactors. They get bundled and they disappear again under the dashboard. Then the last one, and this is the most interesting one, we have those two wires that come from the top of the radio heatsink. Those are bundled together with the 4 wires that come from the electronic board the radio heatsink is on. So we have the 2 red, 2 blue, and there's also a pink one that comes out of the back of the radio that's not very visible here, but it's there. Those get bundled together with the 4 wires that come from the compass plug that you can see here. So we have those wires, they get bundled all together, and then they go down here and they disappear again under the dashboard. So this is the order of the wires. I still have to do the side ones. I will work on those next. So a few quick tips. For the pink one, I've searched for the pink wire. I've searched ages and I was not able to find it. So in the end, I've got a tip to paint it. To paint red wire with pink, what I've used is this spray paint, and I'm going to show you the raw number. That's 4003. If you want to paint yours, then use this color and it will come up great. So one other tip is that what I did is I've bundled all the wires together, and I've used 1mm heat shrink, which I've heated with a soldering iron to make it very tight around the wires. So I've cut them, I've trimmed them a bit, and then using the heat shrink to make them all tight. So this is how it looks on the bottom of the dashboard. So this is something I would also recommend in order to bundle them in an elegant way. Okay, so this is it. If you're interested in the colors of the wires in the Rowan contactors, I will explain to you in a bit. So we have the most left one. I'll start on the left. Most left one, we have a pink, and then in the middle one we have 2 wires. Let's see if I can get it sharp. Yes, we have 2 wires in one hole, a gray and a black one. You can insert, you can remove a little bit of the insulation and insert just the conductor in there, because otherwise the wires won't fit in that hole. But like this, it's perfect. Then we have the lower one is also a pink one. In the middle, we've got this yellow on the right side of the left row, and we've got the yellow one that comes here down here. Then in the middle, the Rowans are wired together with a small blue wire. Then the lowest one here is a yellow one that goes down again there. Then on the right row, and we have on the top side pink one, then the blue one, and then a yellow one, and on the other side we have pink one on top, a black one in the middle, and again a yellow one on the most right bottom part. So this is the wiring of the Rowans. Well, what you see here is a heavily heavily modified model. Most of the parts you see here are my own design. Yeah, the black boxes are my own design, together with the speedometer, the radio heatsink. I've modified stock parts like the radio and the time controls, time circuit display to be a bit more accurate. The wiring terminal is also one of my designs. On the other side, the speaker holes that you can see here, I made them using a template created by Martin McLaughlin, and he is also responsible for those beautiful Rowan contactors that you can see here on my model. For the rest, the parts that you can see on the console, the TFC together with a Dayton switch and the internals for the clear electro seal golden box are also designs that you can purchase in my Shapeways shop should you want to improve your model. So this concludes the video on the console and dashboard wiring. Thank you for watching this video, and until next time, bye.